painting over polyurethane, oil-based stain, raw wood. You cannot use latex paint right over this surface. You have to treat the wood, whether it's been treated with polyurethane over stain or if it's raw. You need to prime the wood. Very important. For those of you who do this, you already know what I'm going to say. No need for you to watch this video. This is for the do-it-yourselfer who's looking to paint over wood, and we all have it in our houses, especially houses built in the 80s, with this ugly, now considered ugly finish. And so one of the things that you want to do is tape off your area. I usually use a hand masker. Today I just simply doubled up the tape. And then, if you just hand me that caulking gun, please. And then I took Alex Plus. This is a fast drying, very dense caulking. It doesn't shrink a lot. And I clogged my bottom. When I say I clogged it, I put the tape down, and then I simply put caulking in between the wood and the tape in order that I don't get what's called bleeding. You don't want bleeding. You don't want the paint seeping through your tape. And there's no way to prevent it from doing that unless you use caulking. And I simply caulked over the top, and I waited for it to dry. We're going to be wallpapering this wall. And so I can get paint on this. I don't have to take the time to tape it off. The second thing I want to tell you is that what do you use over this wood in order to prepare it for paint? I'm going to show you one of the best products on the market. This is Kills Original. This is an oil-based product. And so if you're painting over wood for the first time, this is an excellent product. I first load up my dip bucket with a little paint thinner. This is paint thinner. It's called mineral spirits, or you can get what's called paint thinner. Same thing. Then I want to dip my brand new brush into the paint thinner. The reason I want to do that is so that my primer does not coagulate onto my brush. And so now I'm ready to go. The good thing about this is that it dries really quickly, and you could give it 2 good coats. Remember that when you're doing woodwork on the bottom, the base molding, if you're the do-it-yourselfer, when you get to the edge here, if you have a loaded brush and you go right to the edge and pull this way, you're going to have a major drip mark on the end. Here's what you want to do on edges. Go in the opposite direction. There you have it. Now when you're painting anything with a brush, you can stroke back and forth, no problem. But when you finish it, it should all be in the same direction. Okay, I'll try that again. I go over here, back and forth. I'm going to end it your way. Watch. Try to find brush strokes. Come close. You're not going to see brush strokes there, because I'm doing this with the intention of creating a seamless finish. Now we're going to let this dry. And we will come back to it. And we're going to hit it with a second coat. If you really want to do a good job, make it bright white. Your primer is white, give it 2 coats. This way, for the rest of the life of this woodwork, you'll have a strong base of primer on it, okay? Don't just give it 1 coat and hope for the best. Can you move back? I'm coming toward you. Do the same thing over here. Please go over here with your camera and point it that way. Okay. Now with this brush is designed so that you don't need tape, okay? Watch this. You watch the tip of my brush. Look at where I ride the tip of that brush on that woodwork. Do you really need tape? No. But if you can't do that, that's all right. That's all right. Don't do it. Use tape. Okay. Okay. And so we'll just finish it off with the rest of it. Now, wallpaper is going on this wall too, but I'm going to show you what I do in order to use the brush without getting the paint on the wall. I recently did a video which has almost 300 hits now. I just did it yesterday or the day before. And I showed you how to tape above it, okay? And that is, I don't want to say it's amateur, but it's for the do-it-yourself or for the guy who doesn't want to get paint on the wallpaper or whatever. But here's how you would avoid getting the, this is how you would do it if you were a union painter, okay? You'd load up your brush, drag that brush right along. Forget about the tape right there. You see how that goes? Believe it or not, the quicker you move your hand, the less chance you have of getting paint on your wall. When you go slow and you're nervous and your hand is shaking, guess what happens? You get paint on the surface above it. You start here. This is the trick. You get the paint I just dragged off of the bucket. And then you get it down here, and then you bring your brush up there. See that? Come close. Just show them how that action goes. This is on the woodwork. The point is on the top. Go ahead, get real close. Let them see this. You're blocking your light. Is there some way that you can do it without doing that? You don't have to be on top of it. Don't create a shadow, okay? I want them to see the tip of this brush. That's it. See how that rides up there? I only got 1/4 of an inch of that brush doing the top. That's all I need. You see how that works out? Let's keep to our rule. Go in 2 directions. That's fine, but end it all in the same. There you go. This way you got no brush marks. We're going to do it again. We start here, get all that paint off of it. Come up here with the brush, just the tip of it. Just the point of that brush. Don't get cheap brushes. If you're in the continental United States, Purdy, P-U-R-D-Y, they were taken over by Sherwin-Williams. In my opinion, they got the best brushes. The second after them, I think, is Worcester. But literally, you get what you pay for when it comes to paintbrushes. Okay, now you can also do this. Watch this. I'm going to put the whole paintbrush on the top, but now you got to go slow. The rule of moving fast is out the window. You see that? Come close. Zoom in. Just zoom in. Can you zoom in? Yeah. Okay, so your brush literally has a bunch of positions that you could take advantage of. You know? You can use it in many, many ways, and I suggest that you do that. All right. See that? If you're a lefty like I am, and you're holding it like this. But then, I'm not a righty. I want to go this way. My point, I turned it around, and it's facing, I want to keep it off of this decorative furniture to my right. Oh, spilled my paint. Got my handy little my rag is drenched with paint thinner, and so I'm just going to wipe that up, kill that rag. Always want to have a little drop underneath your can, and let's finish it off. Always want to keep a rag around. I love when you hire day workers. Oh yeah, I'm a painter. Okay, great. You got a brush? Yeah. You got a rag? No. You got to have a rag as a painter, okay? Handy, nearby. I want them to see this up close. Can you come over here? If you could just watch how the brush gets behind here. I can't touch this fabric furniture here, but I can get my bristles over there. Watch this. I keep the brush 3 inches away, and I just tilt the point of my brush behind that furniture, okay? Can they see this in the camera? I'm just tilting it. Look, I go like this. I'll show you then the opposite angle. Watch this. Here, look what I'm doing. Watch the tip of my brush. I'm not moving my brush. I'm just angling my wrist. See that? And that's what I want you to do. If you have to get behind something and you don't want to touch it, don't lift your brush like this. Just tilt, arc it like that. See how this is moving? That's it. Okay. So join us on the next video when we show you how to put the paint on it, the overcoat that's going to go over it. We're going to wait till this dries, get a cup of coffee, come back, put a fan on it, and show you how to do the next layer. Thanks for watching. Please click on like, and I'll see you on the next one.